My voice is clear. Whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not. Yes.
Yes.
And thank you. So in now today I'll be discussing about the data types, but data types and variables. Right, 1 second. Yes. Data types and Python data types. Python data types. Yes. Python data types, right? Yes. Every organization use case has got data and operations. Every organization use case has got data and operations. Has got data and operations. Data represented, right? Data represented using data types or variables. Using data types or variables. Data represented using data types or variables. Operations represented, right? Operations represented using functions, right? Yes. Data represented using data types or variables. Operations represented using functions, right? So, okay, data represent, okay. For example, take example of any organization, like a bank. Bank has got data and operations, data like customer data, employee data, right? Customer data and employee data. Customer data like customer name, customer phone number, customer address, customer branch balance, right? And operations like deposit operation, withdraw operation, right? Transfer operations, right? Yes. Observe this. Like, for example, if you want to compare with C or C++ or Java, C or C++ or Java, or C++ or Java compared with Python, right? Python supports dynamic data types. Python supports dynamic data types. Python supports dynamic data types. In other programming languages, right? Like C, C++, Java, if you want to define a variable like x equal to 10, if you want to define some variable x as 10, compulsory we need to define the data type int, right? So y equal to 4.5, compulsory we need to say float. The data type defining is compulsory. Z equal to hello. The data type defining string Z. Index, float 5 and string Z. So here x equal to 10. In Python, no need to define this data type. Directly we can say x as 10, y as 4.5 and z as hello. So no need to define these data types. Directly we can say x as 10, y as 4.5, z as. What kind of variable x is means based on this data type defining it is x is a integer. What kind of variable y is missed based on this data type defining? We are saying it as what kind of variable z is missed based on this data type defining? It is string type, right? It's string type. What based on the data type defining, right? We are saying this as int or float or string. But here, what kind of variable x is missed? What value you have assigned to x? What value you have assigned to x based on the value assigned? If you're assigning a integer value, integer variable is getting created dynamically. That's why we call dynamic data types. Type, there is a function in Python, type function, type of x. What it gives? Int type. Why it is int type? Because you have assigned a integer value. So what is the type of y? Type of y is float. Why it is float? Because you assigned a float value. Based upon what value you are assigning, based on the value assigned only, the variables are created dynamically, right? Yes. Type of z. Type of z is what type? String type. Type of z is what? String type. Type of x is int. Type of y is float. Type of z is what? String type. Okay, fine. Based upon the values assigned, the variables are created dynamically during, and that's why we call dynamic data types. Okay. To understand more on these data types, right, I'll be discussing 4 cases here. I'll be discussing 4 cases. Case 1, how exactly these variables are defined. X equal to 10. Whenever you define x as 10, internally one object gets created. Internally, one object with value 10 is going to get created with some address. The address is given to x. The address is given to x. So what x is storing? Don't say that x is storing 10. X stores this address. So whenever I say print x, right? Whenever I say print x, it goes to this address and prints whatever content present at that address. Whenever I say print x, it goes to this address and prints that content whatever present at that address. Prints the content. Prints the
Hello. Where this address will create
content. Whenever I say print x, whenever I say print x, right? Prints the content. Prints the content at that address. Prints the content at that address. Prints the content at that address. Then print ID of x. Prints the address of x. Prints the address of x. That is what? 103070. Type of x. Prints the data type of x. Prints the content at that address. 10. Prints the address of x. Type of x prints the data type of x. Okay, these 3 things you need to understand. How to print the content, print x. Printing ID of X, the address where exactly it is stored in the memory. Right. Type of X prints the data type of X. What is that? Int type. Observe this case student and try to respond. Everyone, just you can respond through voice or through chat. From here onwards, I want the sessions to be interactive. Case 2. X value is 10 and Y is 20. Now everyone try to respond. How many objects will be created here for X as 10 and Y as 20? Yes. How many objects? For 10, one object, and for 20, another object will be created. For 10, one object, and for 20, another object. So 103070, that's address. Where exactly it is stored in the memory, that memory address, right? Here I'm taking some address. Some address I'm taking. That address is given to Y.
So memory means like, is it in RAM it will create?
Yes, yes. So whenever I say print X, right, what is the X value it prints? Print X, what is the X value it prints? Print X, what is the X value? ID of X. What is the address of X? 103070. Try to say me what is the type of X? Type of X is what type?
Int.
Int type. Print Y. What is the Y value? 20. Address of Y. Type of Y. Type of Y is what type? Int type, right? Yes. So two different variables with two different values, then two different objects with two different addresses are created. Two different variables Xi with two different values 10, 20. Two different objects with two different addresses, right? Case 3. X has 10, Y has 10. X has 10, Y has 10, right? Yes. Try to respond right here, X and Y with values 10 and 10. How many objects will be created? Everyone. Hello?
2.
Observe carefully here. Only one object gets created here. Only one object gets created. Before creating object for Y, it checks any object with value 10 if it is already available. The same address will be given to Y. One more object with value 10 won't be created. If X is 10, Y is 10, if Z also 10, don't think three objects gets created with value 10. Only one object. The same address will be given to X, Y, and Z. Means if the content is same, X content, Y content, only one object. For example, if X is 10, Y is 20, Z is 30, how many objects gets created?
3.
Three objects. If X is 10, if Y is 20, Z is 30. But 10, one object, 21 object, 31 object. But here, only one object gets created. X, Y, and Z, they are going to share the same content 10. They are going to share the same address. So if I can say like print X or print Y or print Z, everything they are going to print the same value 10. Similarly, the address of X, address of Y, address of Z, address of X, address of Y, and address of Z, they are printing the same address. Yes. So the type also is going to be the same, right? Next, case 4, case 4, right? Now, try to observe X and X only, not XY here. X is 10, X is 20. How many objects here? X equal to 10, X equal to 20. For 10, one object with some address. For 20, one object with one address. I don't want to change the value of y, but want to change the value of x and y. After the change, we did create new address. Okay, some query was asked, right? Right. In this case, in this case 3, right? There was a query asked. I doesn't want to change the value of y and z. We want to change the value of x equal to. Okay, I'll come back to this query, right? But before that, try to answer everyone. If you want to change the x value from 10 to 20, that is case 4 only. Just now a query asked. But if you want to change the text value from 10 to 20, for 10 one object, for 21 object created. If I say print x, what is the x value it prints? The latest value, right? 20.
But I have one question that so we are using initially x is equal to 10 and later we change to x is equal to 20 and the memory will get unused, right? So the memory will be there.
1 second. Print x, okay, 20, print address of x is this. If I print again for print x, it always prints 20. Again, if I print x, it will print always 20. Is there any chance of printing this value 10? No. See, x can store only one address. X can store only one address. Whenever you are defining x equal to 20, previously x value was 10. Whenever you're defining x equal to 20, the previous object gets removed by the garbage collector. There's a concept called garbage collector we'll be discussing later. But whenever the same x value is used to assign a different value, then the previous object gets removed by the garbage collector. X cannot store two addresses, only one address. Whenever you are assigning a new address, the previous one will be removed. So print always prints it. Even if you go back to the same, right? Case 3. If you are modifying x is 10, y is 10, z is 10, as of now, only one object. If you are modifying the x to 30, a new object gets created with some new address. X will be pointing to this. Now this x is not available. Y and z will be pointing to the 10. X will be pointing to 30.
So is that garbage collector internally manages or we need to explicitly define?
Yeah. See, it's not explicitly defined. So garbage collector is a background thread or a background program which runs in the background, right? Whenever if you are reassigning the value, right, it removes the previous one. It's a background thread or background program, right, which always runs in the background to do explicitly, right? Yes.
Okay.
Okay, understood these 4 cases, right, everyone, right? So case 1, just observe this case 1, defining a variable, print x, printing the address, printing the type. Case 2, two different variables, x and y with two different values, 10, 20, two different objects with two different addresses. Observe this case 3, right? X is 10, y is 10, z is 10. Yes. X is 10, y is 10, z is 10. X 10, y 10, z 10, right? Only one object, only with one address, right? Yes. Case 4, right? X is 10 and x is 20. Means only, okay, x can store only one address, right? And so print x, it always prints 20, right? Understood all these 4 cases. Any queries in this case 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Hello? Right, now, data types. Data types are of two types. Data types are of two types. Fundamental data types, right? Fundamental data types. Collection data types. Fundamental data type, right? Object holding single value. What is it? Object holding single value. Fundamental data types, object holding single value. Right. Example like x equal to 10. X equal to 10, right? One object with value 10, right? With some address. The address given to x. So here object holding single value. Object holding single value. X equal to 10, right? Some address, the address is given to x. Object holding single value. Collection data type. Object holding collection of values, group of values, set of values. Object holding group of values. X equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. One more object is created. Collection of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It is going to have some address, the address given to x. So here object holding group of values, object holding group of values. Object holding single value, we call it like fundamental data type, x equal to 10, one object with some address. Object holding group of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? Okay. Fundamental data types, right? Yes, 5 types. Mainly there are 5 types. Int, float, boolean, string, complex. Int, age 25. Float, something like height 6.3. Something in decimals, right? Integer like 25, no. Float something in decimal, right? Boolean which returns either true or false. Which returns either true or false, right? Yes. String, sequence collection of characters. Like city equal to Hyderabad. City equal to Hyderabad, right? Yes. Sequence collection of characters, Boolean which returns either true or false. Height 6.3, age 25. Complex, right? 3 plus, see, x plus iy. In general mathematics, we say like x plus iy. So, instead of I, we use j here in Python. So, integer float is something in decimal part. Boolean which returns either true or false. Python is case sensitive. Upper cases, lower cases are taken differently. String, sequence collection of characters, right? Hyderabad. And complex x plus. Collection data types. Mainly around 4 types. 4 types of collections, right? First, list, tuple, set, Dictionary. List tuple set and dictionary. Very simple representations, right? List means like square bracket. Tuple means like normal braces. Set means by using curly braces. Dictionary like key value format. List square bracket, tuple normal bracket, set curly bracket, dictionary key and value. Example, right? Yes. Example, x equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Tuple y equal to right. Tuple of values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Set of values, right? Curly bracket. Z equal to curly bracket. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Dictionary, collection of key value pairs. Key and value, right? Like name, age. Collection of key and value pairs. Name is the key, Ajay is the value. Age is the key, Ajay is 25 is the value. Collection of key value pairs, right? Collection of key and value pairs. List square bracket, tuple normal bracket, set curly bracket, and key and value format. Right? Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, how do we know where we can use list and where we use tuple or set?
So list, if you want to add some new elements, you can add. If you want to remove an element, you can remove. If you want to modify, you can do that. But in tuple, you cannot do any of this. To add a new element, to remove an element, to modify an element, it's constant. You cannot do. In list, you can perform insertions, updations, deletions. In tuple, only you can read them. You cannot perform insertions, updations, deletions. Sets are used for mathematical operations, for union, intersections, for those ones are for operations. And to represent data like customer name, account number, address, balance, or employee data, employee ID, name, salary, designation, or student, we go for dictionary. Okay. So we have got a lot of discussion on this collection. We'll be discussing for nearly like 4 to 5 days on this, like list indexing, list properties, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications, right? Similarly for tuple sets and dictionaries, right? So we have got a lot of discussions, their representations, their properties, their functions, their methods, and their comparisons. In the case of fundamental type, we have got a lot of discussion on string indexing, string slicing, string methods, string special characters, right? Yes. Now, so in fundamental type, yes, string. A string is a sequence collection of, a string is a sequence, right? It is a sequence collection of characters. It is a sequence collection of characters. In Python, a string is represented. In Python, a string is represented. In Python, string is represented using a string is represented using single quote, double quote, using single quote, double quote, and triple quote. String is represented using single quote, double quote, or triple quote. Single quote and double quote for single line strings for a word or a sentence. Triple quote, right? For multiple lines, like a paragraph, you go for triple quote. Each character of see for X city equal to Hyderabad, you kept in double quotes. So anything you represent using single quote, double quote, or triple quote is a string. Each character of a string is identified or accessed by a unique index. Is identified or accessed by a unique index. String supports two types of indexes. String supports two types of indexes. Forward index or positive index. Index starts from left to right. Index starts with 0. Forward index or positive index. Index starts from left to right. Index starts with 0. Backward index or negative index. Backward index or negative index. Index starts from right to left. Forward index or positive right. Index starts from left to right. Index starts with 0. Backward index or negative index starts from right to left. Index starts with -1. Okay. Just observe this diagram, right? About this indexing. X equal to, if you are representing something in double quotes, it's a string. So Python. Here also one object gets created within this, right? Python. PYTHON is going to have some address. The address given to X. The address given to X. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Positive index or forward index. Positive index or forward index. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Starts from right to left. Right to left, right? This we call it like negative index or backward index. Negative index or backward index. Okay, fine. What is the value of x of 2 here? Everyone. X of 2 value is what? T. X of -2 is what? O. X of 2 is T. X of -2 is O. If there is a space, split allocate an index. Yes, for space also you will have index. For space also you will have index, right? Yes. Just observe this single line. See, this is single line comment in Python starts with hash symbol. It's not executable. If all these multiple lines, if you want to comment it, multiple lines, right? Keep this in triple quote and keep this in triple quote. Keep those in triple quotes, right? Yes. Hmm. Okay, fine. Just observe this x equal to Python, x equal to Python, right? Yes. X equal. 1 second, give me a second. X equal to Python, print X, type of X is what type? String type. Len of X. Len of X is what? Number of characters. How many characters? 6 characters. 6 characters, right? Yes. Len of X is 6. And Y equal to programming, print X plus Y. Print X plus Y, right? Yes. X is Python, Y is programming, concatenation, adding two strings. First string followed by second string, right? Okay. First string followed by second string. Adding to run module, right? Python plus programming. What is that? Python programming is output. Next, string slicing. String slicing, right? Yes. Extracting particular portion of a string. Extracting particular portion of a string. Extracting particular portion of a string. X equal to Python program. Extract only Python, right? Extract only Python. Yes. Python program, right? Extract only Python from this. X of, say, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we need to say 0 to 6. Actually 0 to 5 only, right? But here 0 to 6 we are saying. This we call it like lower bound. This we call it like upper bound. Always upper bound is excluded. Upper bound is excluded. If you have given 5 here, 5 should have been excluded. You won't get this n. You won't get that n, right? Yes. Extract the program. Extract the, okay, just now extract the middle portion PROG. Only these 4 characters we extracted. Extract only these 4. Everyone try to respond now. Print, what is that? X of, try to slice. Only these 4 characters. What is the start index and what is the end index for this? Everyone try to respond. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start with 7. 7 to, yes. 7 to
14.
7 you want, 8 you want, 9 you want, 10 you want. 7 to 11. Right? I want only PROG, but 7 to 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 excluded. To get this output, right? PROG, right? PROG. 11 to 7. 7 to 11 and 11 to 7, right? Yes. Eleven to 7. What is the output for this 11 to 7, right? Yes. 7 to 11 means okay, PROG. The same thing if I say in opposite way, 11 to 7, empty string. It gives empty string. Empty string because always slicing, because always slicing in the forward direction. Always slicing in the forward direction. 11 to 7, right? 11 to 7 means because always slicing. If you go in backward, 11 to 7 means you're going in the backward, right? 11 to 7 means you should go in the backward direction. Always slicing in the forward direction. If you go in backward, it gives empty string. Now, extract PROG using negative index, right? Extract PROG using negative index. Using negative index. PROG using negative index, right? Try to respond x of -7. See here, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7 you want, -6 you want, -5 you want, -4 also you want. Means -7 to -3. -3 excluded up to -4 it takes. Yes. Using negative index also, you should go in forward direction only. Extract P. Okay, next. Extract the entire word program. Extract the entire word program, right? Yes. Extract the word program. Extract the entire word program, right? Print x of right? Yes. 7 to 7 you want 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I need to say 14. 7 to 14. 14 excluded, right? Up to 13 it will consider. Otherwise, right, I need to select print x of 7 to, don't provide this upper bound, right? Using negative index x of minus 7 to, don't provide this upper bound. All these three results the same. Even if you're ignoring this lower bound, right? Don't provide this lower bound, you give up to 6, right? So it will start from the start of the string to 6. 6 excluded, up to 5 it will consider. Same, this and this both are same, right? Program, it gives Python as the output. If you are ignoring both lower and upper, right, the entire string is going to get printer x of, if you're giving space or if you're not giving space here, but both are the same. So if you give space or without space, or just say print x, it's fine, or print x of 0 to end of the string. So all these results the same output, right? All these results the same output. Next, this 4 statements results the same output. Next, print x of 0 to 14 with the increment of 2. Means 0 to 14 with increment of 2 means after 0, 2 index. Next, after that increment by 2, 4 index, 6 index, 8 index, 10 index, 12 index. So 0 means P, T, O, space, R, G, A. Every even index is only, it is going to print in this way. Print x of colon 2. Just I'll take 10-15 minutes more as next class will be on Monday. The link is going to change. So everyone you need to get enrolled. So just I'll take 10-15 minutes more. I'll complete this string slicing and methods. So here, what is this? Or both results the same, right? Both are same. This and this both are same. 0 to 14, or if we say this, the same, right? Both results the same output. But if I say like print x of colon minus 1, right? Colon minus 1. It reverses the right. It reverses the string. X of colon colon minus 1 means it reverses the string. Just observe this output, run module. Python program by Python program. What is, yes, the class timing will be same 6 to 7, right? Short. And you will be getting the recorded videos to your Google Drive, notes to your mail IDs. WhatsApp group will be created on Monday, right? Now just observe this, right? And have you heard about the word palindrome, right? Have you heard about the word palindrome? So if we reverse a string, if we reverse a string, if we reverse a string, if we get the same string, if we reverse a string, if we get the same string, if we reverse a string, if we get the same string, then it is a palindrome. If we reverse a string, if we get the same string, it's a example of palindrome, right? Madam, Malayalam, dad, mom, EYE, race car. If we reverse also, we should get the same string. X equal to madam, right? Print X. Reversing, right? X of colon colon minus 1, right? This is reversing. Print X, print Y, both are same, results the same output. Right, what is it? Print X, print Y, both are going to result the same output, right? Yes. Check this, run module. So it's a palindrome. If we reverse, it is reversing a string. Both results the same, it's a palindrome. File, new file. Next. Okay, there is string slicing. Next, we have got string methods. Take 10 minutes more. Like string methods. Okay, we no need to write huge codings in Python. We have got many inbuilt methods and functions. First one like upper to print in uppercase. To print in uppercase. X equal to Hyderabad, right? It's string. Print. I want to print it in uppercase. X dot upper. What is it? X dot upper. It prints in uppercase. To print in uppercase. Run module. That's to print in uppercase. Lower. To print in lowercase. To print in lowercase. What? X equal to to print in uppercase. To print in lowercase. X equal to Mumbai. Print X dot lower. Print X dot lower, right? Yes. Run module, right? Yes. Mumbai. It was in uppercase, conversions in lowercase. Yes. Next. Observe this, right? X equal to India, right? Only the first character I want in uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. X dot capitalize. Only the first character I in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. What is that? Capitalize. For capitalizing the first character. For capitalizing the first character of a string. Only India, I only in uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. Next. Title, right? Okay. For example, X equal to good morning, Hyderabad. Good morning, Hyderabad, right? So G in uppercase, I want M in uppercase, I want each and every word, first character in the uppercase, I want. Yes, G in uppercase here, M in uppercase here, H in uppercase. So just say print X dot title. Print X dot title, right? Yes. That's it. Each and every word, first character in the uppercase it prints. Each and every word, first character in the uppercase. Yes. Each and every word, first character in the uppercase, right? Yes. That's fine. That is what title. Title. For capitalizing the first character, capitalizing the first character of each word in a string. Each word in a string. For example, EMPS, employees, right? Like Ajay, Rohit, Ajay, Miller, James. Print EMPS dot title. Rohit, Ajay, Miller, James, Blake. Each and every employee name, first character in the uppercase, right? Okay, next. Swap case. Converts one case to another case. Converts one case to another case. Converts one case to another case. X equal to good morning. Good morning, Hyderabad, right? So print X dot swap case. X dot swap case, right? If it is in lowercase, it converts to uppercase. Yes. Good morning, Hyderabad. Right. Converts one case to another case. Good morning, Hyderabad. Right. Next, replace. There is a method called replace. For replacing a portion, right? For replacing a portion of a string. For replacing a portion of a string. Replace for replacing a portion of a string. X equal to, right? Java is, just saying like Java is easy. Print X dot replace the word Java with Python, replacing the word Java with Python, right? What is the output you get? Python is easy. Get the output like Python is easy. Okay, next is counter. So no need to write any codes, right? We have got inbuilt methods to count the number of occurrences. To count the number of occurrences. To count the number of occurrences of a substring or a character. To count the number of occurrences of a substring or a character. X equal to, I'm taking a normal string. Hello, 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 right? How are you, right? How are you? Yes. Print X dot count. X dot count of the word hello, HELLO, right? X dot count of hello. Count of hello is 3. Print X dot count of character H. X dot count of character H. Character H is what? Yes, X dot count of hello, X dot count of character H. Count of hello is 3. Count of character H is 4. Run module. Yes. Count of hello is 3. Count of character H is 4. Right. Next, we have got a method like find method. Just I'll take 2 minutes more. Find that. To check whether a substring is available, or not. To check whether a substring is available or not, right? Yes. whether a substring is available or not. X equal to find. So, for example, Python is easier than Java. To check where a substring is available, Python is easier than Java. X dot find. If found, it returns the first character. If found, it returns the first character index position. Else it returns -1. To check whether a substring is available, if found, it returns the first character index position. Else it returns -1. Python is easier than Java. X dot find Java, right? X dot find Java, right? J. So if Java is available, the J index, what is the J index it returns? The first character index, else it returns -1. For example, print X dot find for the particular word, X dot find for the particular word Hadoop. It's not available, it returns -1. Check this. Run module. If it is Hadoop not available, it is returning -1. Java available at 22nd index, it is available. Yes, one more method. We have got like split method. Split. If we split a string, we get a list. If we split a string, we get a list. X equal to good morning, Hyderabad. If I split this line, you will get 3 words, list of 3 words. X dot print Hyderabad from this. Print Hyderabad from this. Print Hyderabad from this plant. X dot split. X dot split. X dot split, right? Is X dot split based on space, right? Because between the words you got space. So store the result in Y. Y is what? A list. Right. Print Y in type of Y, list type. Print Y, comma, type of Y. Type of Y is what type? List type. Print Y of 2. Yes. 0, 1, 2. Run module. So if you split a string, you got a list. In that list, this 0 index, this 1 index, this is 2 index. What is it? Y of 2. Hyderabad it prints. Okay, fine. If we split a string, we get a list. So yes, good morning Hyderabad. If you split it, you will get a list of 3 words. Which word you want? That word using index you can take. So these are the methods: split method, find method, count method, replace, swap case, title, capitalize, lower, upper, fine. So next class will be on Monday at 6 o'clock, but the link will be changing. You are supposed to get enrolled. So you can see in the chart, right? The payment and See. Okay. You can see in the chart, right? The payment details, and once you do the payment, right, don't forget to share the screenshot of your payment to the mail ID given. DURGASOFT online training @gmail.com. Then only they'll be forwarding you the link. Okay. So from the next class onwards, you'll be getting the video to your Google Drive from the starting of that. From the session 1 onwards, you'll be getting all the videos to your Google Drive, notes to your mail IDs. A WhatsApp group will be created. Yes. Fine. Okay. So class will be from 6 to 7 daily, from Monday to Friday, right? Okay. So I'm stopping for now. Meet you on Monday, right? 6 o'clock. Bye.